Welcome back to the channel. It is Eclipse Day. It's October 2, which means it's a new moon eclipse. We have a lot going on today, and let's get started, Libra. Before we get into your reading and before we get into the topics today, the main things are that we are releasing an outdated way of thinking. That's number one. Number two, we could be releasing a partner from the past or something that's very, very important. I think it's a chapter too of looking back on it, taking restock and actually realizing what had happened. It's a big part of our ascension too. So that release is going to be a huge thing for today, October 2. As we get into more themes, as we get into more of the reading, you're going to see that it was what you were holding on to as opposed to moving into something. So that could be this also next chapter, moving into something new. The eeriness of it is that it probably is better for you and healthier. You might be realizing that under the new moon's insights and what it's releasing to. So we're going to get right into birthdays. And also I'm going to take my time on this reading today, Libras, because I am physically not feeling well. I actually had COVID on Saturday and Sunday. I didn't think it was important to say on the channel. So we have birthdays for Alexander. Happy birthday. CJ Zila. Happy birthday to you. GTXYZ. I never got your real name. Just had your screen name. And Claire. Happy birthday to Claire. Long time also Libra Light viewers and also long time friends also of the channel. So what are we going to get into? Outdated ways of thinking. Let's see with tarot what we got up first, and then we're going to look into what we could improve in the next few days. Okay, so a little bit of advice as well. Getting into it. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, which is interesting. A lot of emotions. 9 and 10 of Cups on the first draw talks about feeling content. It talks about thinking about your contentedness. Where is my 10 of Cups too? Where does it lie? What kind of people do I want to be with? Also, what is influencing my life right now in terms of planning? So the 10 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. That's the first thing that ever comes up when you think of the 10 of Cups. I think what's coming up next is after you release all of these old tidings, you know, we're moving into a new earth. We're thinking about family and where the structure is of our friendships, whether we're truly aligned with them. The 10 of Cups is up next. So it's a very positive card to see today, especially when, you know, you think you're going through a tower moment. You think these phases are going to last forever. They're very temporary. Five of Pentacles and 5 of Swords, they're very, very temporary cards in the huge frame of things. Okay, what's coming up next? And I'm going to see what the challenge is too. What is coming up next? The Tower. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so we could be walking into more abundance. The opportunity to see a new offer, a new person into our life is really important. You got the Tower card with the 10 of Swords. This is a betrayal of someone, possibly recently. For a lot of you, they could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because that's the suit of the card. They could have been after your 10 of Pentacles, or they saw that you had created something or built something of extreme stature. This is incredible because it's about somebody seeing actually your potential after the betrayal, which is the 10 of Swords here. I didn't expect to see it today, but it was in the rounds of yesterday's readings. Knight of Cups. As you know, the Knight of Cups traditionally, I like the Light Seer's way of showing the Knight of Cups because he's coming in with a horse. Here, the horse is kind of resting. It's a little bit of a different imagery, and it's in green. So there is an intellectual soulmate that wants to meet you on this path, or some of you have physically manifested somebody, you know, over these last few months. Maybe you've been manifesting love more. What are their feelings if we were to round it out in an overall? Okay, Ace of Cups. They want to let you know that they're going through things in the 10 of Wands. They might, you know, if they build the relationship with you on fear too, it might not survive because there's too many fears going into it. They have to let it flow naturally. That's the biggest advice of the Knight of Cups. This could be a DM for my Divine Feminines. You're getting closer and closer to this person is what it's showing me. Second time in the reading so far. Also, this Ace of Cups is bringing love to you. So this is a nice card to see in the morning. Clarify the Ace of Cups, please. What's the challenge? Feeling left out in the cold. Misfires or miscommunications. person could also be very busy as well with the Five of Pentacles if I really want to think deeply about this reading. A lot of you could be very Venus oriented, deep thinkers, very, very intellectual. So this person might feel left out in the cold about something you're building or doing. Or even if you're studying, maybe some of you went back recently to school or to rediscover parts of yourself. They want to be let in on that in an emotional sense, because the Knight of Cups, if I were to pull up the card again, is an emotionally stimulated person. They want to share in what you're doing. Also, transversely, they're creative. If you ever look up the card, it shows that this person is a longing person and creative. They could be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio indicated by the card. The transformation could be too that you're returning to romance. For some of you, maybe that's more heartfelt. I know just as a reader and a friend to a lot of you, this card is also something that I'm going through more romantic times or looking at your needs. Okay. As transversely too, you could be very intellectually thinking who lines up with that, which is really, really nice, because there could be somebody that's beneath your nose. We have the Ace of Pentacles. That was next. Okay, golden card. Ace of Pentacles. We have a transformation. The Death returns for October 2. I see it more as a rebirth. You know, the card is two things. It's death and rebirth. It also reminds me of the Phoenix from Monday, which is you're rebirthing parts of yourself, rising from the ashes. Perhaps some of you going through heavy emotional symptoms of the ascension, which this shift is pretty big. Everybody's feeling it in their own different way. We have the Death card here as a signifier of your transformation. You could be offering yourself nice healing modalities. You know, this is you and others offering in the environment. It's very opportunities oriented too. So many of you manifesting very heavy. Those manifestations have time to grow right now. Okay, based off of something that's not built on fear, which is a huge thing that you're going to go throughout the day seeing. Clarify this transformation. Six of Wands, Leo. A lot of you are being recognized for something, either at work or you're being commended or you recently had a promotion. With the Six of Wands, there is a coming home type of essence. If you look at the man coming home from war, he's sitting on his horse. There's a crowd awaiting him in the Six of Wands, which is definite Leo energy. There's a little bit of sun too, like you could feel the sun in this card. And you're coming home to your soul's residence. Okay, that's what's coming up next. So outdated ways of thinking, flowing out the window. And also we see that you could be releasing all of those past people too. There's new people welcoming you in the Six of Wands card. Outdated ways of thinking out the window. I also saw yesterday in our readings, we had the Four of Pentacles, which is somebody holding on to you, right? I think a new person is going to show you another way in this Ace of Cups. They're going to show you another way of loving, be open-hearted. I think also they're going to be more willing to share than the last person that you were with no judgment too, because I think that's important to say. People are so scared of being judged in love because they put their whole heart into it. So I think this person could be a water sign. They could definitely be fire in the Six of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but emphasis on the Leo. And then you do have a little bit of earth sign energy coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, what are the things we could more work on through the eclipse? King of Swords, stating your truth in the moment that it happens. No more dilly-dallying, no more delays. Not even hiding it from people that truly need to know. You're stepping into a new role with the King of Swords, which is also your air energy. That's pretty cool that that turned over, because he's a very, very high king. Might need to state your needs right away. A lot of you who, you know, if there's been a people-pleasing past too, King of Swords can be coming in to say you no longer do that. That's not a part of your repertoire as a human being. And most people, I think they've seen the growth from 5 years ago from you. So look through, a good experiment is look through your cellular phone, look through your photographs, see how much of a change that is brought in as well. I think a lot of the healing can be done through seeing an old version of yourself. And please journal, because it's really important to look at that maybe 2-3 years from now. Other improvements. What are the improvements to, like they're looking at daily? Four of Wands. Looking at a commitment that will last. Somebody who is committal. Maybe the last person was definitely, like I keep getting this word in our readings, deserted is a big word I keep getting. If you were deserted in any way, like your laurels, the things that you held dear, 1010 on the monitor, if they were not upheld, there are better people out there for you to circulate, get to know. For some of you, you could be led by a friend or meet them at an upcoming wedding or gathering. So what I see here is the Four of Wands is about celebrations. It's a celebrations fire card, essentially. You're walking away from a burdensome, outdated way of thinking, which is the Ten of Wands here. Could have involved fears in the past or somebody who is fearful of you, and you're going towards more happy, bright, inviting people. Also socially accepting people in the Four of Wands. They could communicate this very, very early on with the Four of Wands. Okay, any cards for finance? Four of Pentacles, building security for the future in your family. If some of you are divine feminines, you're still doing that each and every day, finding new, again, outdated ways of thinking, going around it in a new way. Maybe you find out you don't have to go through school to do it. It could be done maybe all online, or there's a place that you could accomplish it in certification. There's something about that. It's like a shortcut, but a lot of people know about it, okay? And you just maybe recently found out. Four of Pentacles is about security, holding on to the future, working on your future. It's a stability card of Capricorn. There's a lot going on with Pluto too, so I'm not really surprised by that card. A King of Wands. You guys keep getting really big cards about love. This is the new character. Four of Wands is also here. I would say the Ace of Cups is the third card, but it's very buried in my stack here. I want to look at that. I think that's interesting. The Tower could be this new person, or you have revelations of a lot of cycles, the way a pattern turned out, and you're stopping it. You're putting a stop to those patterns. The King of Wands, thank you. You can't, oh my goodness. King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, very compatible. Both of you are passionate, and maybe your own things, okay? He's a businessman, maybe she's also heading her dreams in a different way than before. Also, she could be paving it in a different way, Queen of Wands. They're they're attracted to you. They're attracted to something, and it's special. You know, you hold a special light to this person. They might actually find you unique from people that are in their immediate circle of friends. You're not a typical person they would run into, type of thing. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, give me a really good card. The Empress, okay? The Empress talks about all four queens, and structurally, she's a good business person. She's a good mother. She can take care of the home. The Queen of Wands would be resources. The Queen of Swords would be this person has boundaries. So there's like, I'm getting that a King of Wands is learning from an Empress that is now on their way to healing, or they've already healed themselves. Clarifying card on the Empress. Well, why is she here today? King of Pentacles. There's definitely a divine partner. The DF is finding the DM, okay, in an unlikely way. He's also coming out as the King of Wands too, but they're finding things that they like about each other and that they could work with. This is future energy. This is like going into what the earth is changing into. We have two kings here of satisfactory performance in our reading, because one is stability, one is logically taking care of assets and maybe finances. I do want to see if this is new love. I'm getting that it's not old, and that's one of the things I see today. A lot of incoming Ace of Pentacles, which is blessings. You also had a Tower here that could be breaking down the old for good, okay? The Tower, which is in the front. Let me see if I could grab it, which is right here. Tower with the lightning and two kings, which is very nice for the end of your reading. If this resonated, leave me a comment below. At the bottom of the deck is still more investment. This could be your time coming up. This could be opportunities. Maybe a new opportunity falls into your lap via something that you see. It doesn't have to be online too. It could be structurally that somebody points it out. You could see it on your drive to work, or there's something here about that Seven of Pentacles. It's like you received it in an unlikely way, or it's atypical with the Seven of Pentacles. I don't know what to do for our next few readings. you guys for October 2, but I think I'm going to go more into the Eclipse. So I'll see you in video 2, which is the extended, if this fancied you for today. Thank you guys for watching, and also take care.